No, I want to be the first one to get the sip. I like that, yeah.
Can we film some stuff?
You're so disgusting.
You're right, this is a laxative.
What? It is? You have to poop?
No, I hope.
Are you sure? Babe, come on, don't do that to me.
Let's go.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we have a special guest.
The most special guest.
My husband, Christian, Chris, Babe, Bay, so
CP.
many names, CP. Because today we're going to be doing a marriage Q&A, even though we've only been married for like 6 months, but a lot of you guys want to know how marriage is going for us since we got married back in February. I did a poll and I basically asked you guys to ask me, ignore my cat, she's going to be walking around here a lot. Also ignore this thing is my neon sign that's up there. We couldn't get it in the shot because it just wasn't working. It's too high and then we'd be too low, so just ignore it. It's really annoying, but whatever. My cat will probably be playing with it in the background. I asked in a poll, I put, do you guys want to see a lighting setup or do you want to see a marriage Q&A? Here it is, 82% of you said marriage Q&A because y'all are chismosas. Here we go. We have a lot of questions. As you can see, there is so many. But I'm going to start from the bottom and just work my way up and we'll see what we come up with.
Let's do it.
Oh, this is a good question. Okay, what's the best thing about being married young, as some may say?
Ooh.
I feel like it's fun to be married young. I feel like a lot of people are like, no, marry like later so you can enjoy your 20s or whatever. But like, I feel like I get to enjoy my 20s with him. Like, if we want to do crazy, wild shit, adventure shit, we can do it together.
Exactly.
You know?
I agree with that. Like, doing something, no matter what anybody says, in my opinion, doing something with a person you want to do those things with, a person you love, the person you want to be with all the time, is a lot funner than doing things on your own or meeting a bunch of different people. Yeah. I think doing something with your soulmate and your partner is ultimately better than just being on your own, obviously. And that's something that being married young, that we get to enjoy now through our 20s, you know. We like did high school together. Mm-hmm. I watched him graduate, he watched me graduate. I watched him graduate from college, from his master's. He watched me graduate from college. Like we've gone through a lot of milestones together at such a young age. So I feel like it's like, you know, really nice. So I think it's good, you know, like if you've already met the one, it doesn't matter what age you are. I feel like just that's why, I mean, technically we got married young, but we were at the point
were together for 7 years.
Exactly. That obviously we were gonna get married, so we were at the point that like it doesn't matter how old we are.
Doesn't matter.
Let's do it because we know we're gonna be together.
It is. Yeah. I mean, when you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
Dating versus marriage, differences in all sense. Like, what is there a difference like dating and like being married? I feel like there is a huge difference. I feel like mostly the difference is you feel obviously a sense of like more maturity, because it's kind of like adulting. Obviously, once you get married, there's bills that you pay together. There's you make all your choices together. You like, make all your choices. You build a life together, and like now it's like me and you. It's just us. And she has my last name. Yeah, I have his last name, so it's definitely different. And for us, it was especially different because when we were dating, we did not live together. A lot of you guys were asking me like, did we live together before? We didn't, because 1, Latin family check, and 2, I think it was. Excuse me, am I boring you? So 1, Latin family check, and 2, I feel like it was like worth waiting for because we were able to experience everything like at once, and it was really nice. I didn't want to live together for like 2 years, then get married, and then after we come back from our honeymoon, just go back to our regular life, you know? Like, I feel like it was so much, like, we basically embarked to each their own, but like we embarked in a whole new journey. Like, we got married, we went to our honeymoon, we came back to like living together, so it was like basically, so it gave us like a lot to look forward to. Like, besides obviously we had our wedding to look forward to, we got married, but it was so many firsts. Exactly. But I definitely think that it's so different, especially now that we're living together. Everything is just so different. Obviously, like, it's you and me, like, you know, we know each other, but like you start learning different things about the other person when you guys are married and living together.
Like, you learn new pet peeves about each other. You learn things that, like, you know, this is their lifestyle and this was my lifestyle, my parents. Now we got to merge it together into one, and we got to find our routine and our lifestyle that we're going to build together, you know? How do you guys manage the house finances, and who does it? I'm the one who does it. Hubby does it. Okay, so for finances, a lot of you are asking, like, do we have joint accounts? Do we have separate accounts? Who pays what? Once we got married, we went to the bank and we got joint account. We've always had our savings account together, but we went ahead and we just opened an account at his bank, and we have our own debit account together where we spend. That's our spending account, and then we have our savings account together, and it's just so much easier to have everything under one account.
Yeah, I feel like it's simpler.
Yeah,
it's way simpler. It makes things easier. We're married. It's not like you know, everything that's mine is hers, everything that's hers is mine. So
again, to each their own. Yeah. I know some people that have separate accounts just because it's easier to like manage. This is what I spend versus this is what he spent. But for me, it's just so much easier. As to who does what, I feel like it's a mutual thing. Like I have like certain credit cards of ours, you know, set on automatic payment. Definitely do that, guys, because I'm the type of person, I'll remember like to take my birth control every single night, but I could forget to pay a credit card. So he logs in every first and he pays rent, you know, because we have the same account and everything. I go, babe, remember rent's tomorrow? He goes, yeah, yeah. He'll go and pay it. Again, to each their own preference or whatever. What is your biggest pet peeve of your hubby? That he leaves a water bottle right by the trash can filled with an ounce of, pass me my water bottle. I need to show them. You see, this is our water bottles that we buy. He leaves, like right here, he leaves that much water right next to the trash can.
I just leave that, so when I have a little bit of thirst, I know.
No, like,
when I have a little bit of thirst, I'll drink it, and then I'll throw it away.
You're lying, guy, you're lying. Don't lie. He just doesn't throw it away. He does it with multiple, dude, he goes to pee in the bathroom and he leaves the light on. He washes the dishes and he'll just leave the water running, and I FPL, like, hello, our bill's gonna be, like, turn off the light if you're done in the bathroom. Then he leaves the water running, and I go, you're leaving the sink on.
You see what she did right there, guys? She just gave me like 5 low-key pet peeves in a row.
When you move it together, you'll see. And this is the thing, and a lot of you guys were asking me, there is an adjustment when you move in with someone, because you are learning, you're learning their lifestyle and they're learning yours. And you kind of have to merge that together and create your own lifestyle, your own routine. But when you move in, you'll see you're going to get a lot of new pet peeves that you never knew you had. Do you guys ever need space from each other? How do you do it? Question, I love this one because we were just talking about it the other day. Space is a must in your relationship, especially during Corona. We're living in an apartment together. We're newlyweds. You know, now we're with each other more than ever. Even though, like, before we saw each other every day, we're with each other every day. But, guys, it's very important to have your own space and your own time to do you, to pamper yourself, to focus on yourself, to have your own thoughts.
I like to play my video games. I like to watch the movies I like to watch. I mean, space is, it's not a bad thing to tell your partner, like, hey, you know, you want to go watch a movie in the room, you could go play your video games and just spend a couple of times doing what you guys like to do on your own, so that once you guys are together again, whether it's on the couch watching TV or eating dinner, you appreciate each other's company. That's my opinion.
Exactly. And like what you said the other day, it's like it comes from you.
Exactly. And when it comes to whatever the girls watching, whatever your boyfriends that they love, I'm sure almost everybody, I want you guys to comment. Let me know if your boyfriends are playing Warzone or Call of Duty.
Wait, I do polls, and all of you guys tell me your hubbies or your boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever, like, you're like, they play all the time, it's nonstop.
Yes, please tell me your favorite Call of Duty boyfriend stories right now.
Yes, put them down below. And while you're doing that, to your boyfriend to follow my bae on Twitch.
Yeah, I'll put the link there for that too. But anyways, but if they do want to play video games, of course, you know, if you guys are married, if you guys are in a relationship, being with each other and spending time with each other is important. But if he wants to go play, for example, a video game or watch a movie or go do something, a hobby
with his friends or
with
whatever,
let them do it, because when they get that time to do what they want to do, they're gonna go out of their way to appreciate you more, to do things for you more, to want to be with you more, because it's gonna come from them. It's not gonna be forced anymore, because they had their time. They're like, okay, she let me have my time. Now I want to return the favor.
How do you deal with arguments when you live together?
My way of dealing with arguments when we live together.
Not dealing with them.
Well, yeah, facts. But even before, when we didn't live together and we were just dating, I always have the mindset, like, does this matter is what we're fighting about right now gonna matter or affect us in 5 years? If it's not gonna matter or has no effect on our future or our lives, then let's just get over it. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And I've explained that to her as well, and it's been there. That thought process has saved us from escalating arguments to
that have to do with like who left out the bread, and didn't put the little wrap on. You know, like our fights have. Every couple has their fights and internal issues that are deeper and stuff like that. It's healthy to fight, yeah. You never picked a fight with me.
Yeah, I don't pick fights.
Christian doesn't.
He's
a Libra, so he avoids confrontation. He doesn't like to fight.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to get mad.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to get
mad.
It
takes nothing for me to get mad because I'm a Leo.
That's true.
But we complement each other.
Yeah.
Again, that's a good thing with our relationship and how we deal with fights is that he like levels me down and like I can level him up, so like we kind of balance each other out. I feel like I give him that extra fire he needs and he gives me that extra like calmness that I need, so it works out with us. But again, it's okay to fight and have healthy fights. The key is to communicate with your partner and tell them what is pissing you off. Communication is key. We're both communication majors. Maybe that's why we have like
we mesh.
So many kid questions. Should we just talk about it? When are you having kids? Kids, you guys talk about kids. So many questions about children. Well, now that you're here, I'm just
Let's
kidding.
talk about it.
I'm just kidding. I'm not pregnant. We've been talking about not having kids. We've been talking about just like kids or whatever since before we even got engaged. I feel like it's very comfortable for us to talk about that. And I feel like we like to like plan like what their names would be, how they would look like how many kids we want. I feel like we've always liked to talk about
I've never been uncomfortable, or she's never been uncomfortable, like, oh my god, kids, you know. We've never been scared about talking about it. Obviously we want kids, we're gonna, God willing, we're gonna have kids soon, but what we've always thought of and we've always discussed is that we want to, not that having kids is not gonna let us do this, but we want to enjoy the first couple of years of our marriage, so we want to go
years. How many years? Talking?
Like 2. Isn't that a plan?
Okay. No, years makes it seem like fucking eternity.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
God.
And we want to take, we want a vacation and be able to spend that time with that. We have 2 cats at home, and we went to Marco Island this weekend for a weekend. We left Friday and came back Sunday, and she was already having a heart attack. Or the cats, so I can't even imagine with kids. But
I love her. I can't be away from them, so I can't imagine with kids. I definitely just want to see.
We want to take a Europe trip. That's one thing.
I'm fine with just going to see Europe, and then I can come back and have kids.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I just want to see at least like Italy, and like I've seen Europe, but he hasn't seen Europe. I want to see Italy. I want to go to Ireland. I want to like hopefully with Corona doesn't. This was all supposed to start this year, so Corona has definitely pushed back our plans, but I just want to go to a couple places and enjoy a little bit, just us, and kind of still be in that honeymoon, like exciting phase. Exactly. But if it happens,
it happens.
If my birth control decides to not work tomorrow, I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah.
I love this question. This one is, do you communicate about your love language? We actually do. You guys definitely need to find out what your love language is, because there's 5. My love language is acts of service. And yours is words of affirmation. Christian definitely shows me love language first is basically how your partner shows you that they love you, like either through words, through affection, through like acts of services. Like I love to do things for him. I love to cook for him. I like to like fold his clothes, or like pack his suitcase when we go on trips, or set up his whole PC thing so he has a good setup when he streams, or like I just like to do things that I know he would like and like appreciate. So especially cooking, like I think that's my main one. I love to cook for him and like please him like that. So
yeah, she's definitely, when it comes to acts of service, that nails it on the head, because she obviously, like, the most supportive person in the world is her, and that's obviously why I married her. But whatever ridiculous impulsive decision I have, which trust me, I get a lot of them, she always supports it. For example, I wanted, I love my video games, I wanted to start streaming on Twitch, and I told her, and in a week I had everything set up already because of her help. So those are little things like that that make me understand that acts of service is definitely her love language.
Yeah.
And mine, for sure, is words of affirmation. I always tell her how beautiful she looks. I'm always complimenting her, always commenting on her Instagram
Guys,
posts.
he does not miss an Instagram post. Christian will be next to me commenting on my Instagram post.
Notifications on.
Yeah. He definitely shows me he loves me a lot through his words. He motivates me, and the way that he's just a really good talker, you know. He's good with communicating and, you know, making me feel good about myself and pushing me, motivating me, and he just makes me feel like a better person. So his is definitely words of affirmation. So if you don't know your love language, look it up. How do you guys show like the person you love or the people you love around you, like how you love them? Just search up the 5 love languages and you'll see it with the definition or whatever. But yeah, we definitely do talk about that. Who is the most jealous? Neither of us. I feel like I could be really jealous.
Yeah, but I don't think we've been together for so long and our circle is kind of like so tight that everybody obviously that we hang around with know us and the amount of years we've been together and things like that. So we really haven't been in a situation where we've had to be jealous of at something.
There hasn't been like a girl lingering around for years and I've always had to, you know, I've never had to get jealous. He has really honestly never had to get, like, there's guys that here and there have commented certain things or DM me certain things
on Instagram, but
he doesn't.
I know it comes
like,
with the territory because of our followers and things like that.
He doesn't care.
So doesn't.
But if he tries some shit, I will banana slice.
Interesting.
I'm just letting you know. A lot of you guys were also asking us, because this has also to do with jealousy, like, do we have lines and boundaries?
Of course.
You know, we do, to each their own. There's people that have open relationships or believe every relationship works differently. There is no rule book as to how a relationship should work. This is just how ours works. Cheating and having entanglements or cheating is a no-go. From here, I will murder him, obviously, and obviously he would divorce me and leave me because it's just, we have respect for each other and we know what's not okay. This girl had no feel. She was like, let me know. How do you keep your man full?
You really want me to answer? No, kidding.
Well, I feed him 3 times a day. He has his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What did you have for breakfast today? I made him breakfast tacos.
Breakfast tacos.
Just kidding. She's not talking about that. But I know people get really uncomfortable, but I'm not uncomfortable with talking about anything having to do with intimacy. I'm just a very open person. But I feel like it's definitely important to be intimate with your partner, to not ignore your partner, to give your partner, you know, like, I feel like that's another love language, is like physical touch and stuff like that, because I feel like when you're married and stuff, I feel like you need to have that in your marriage. Like, I feel like intimacy is such a huge key, other than like communication and trust, you know. I feel like intimacy is probably the top 2 most important thing you need in a marriage, because I feel like that's what brings you closer to your partner. I feel like it's another way of showing them that you love them, you know, even if it's just like a kiss or a hug or slapping my ass when I bend down to get something, you know. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to have a relationship with someone who wasn't intimate or affectionate or whatever, because it just shows me, it makes me feel wanted and it makes him feel wanted, you know. So I definitely think that intimacy is a huge thing, and it comes with also being comfortable with your partner.
100%.
The more comfortable you are, the
more
better
intimate you'll be, of course.
Yeah, and the more better everything will be, and it's something you definitely need in a marriage, you know. Like, you need it.
You need it. It's a must.
You have needs. You know, this is one of them. What is your ultimate, I love this one, I'm going to finish with this one. What is your ultimate goal in life as a couple?
That's a great question. I would say that the ultimate goal in life, I mean, everybody has different goals, whether it's personal goals or relationship goals, marriage goals. But I just think, I'm going to be super cliche right now, but it's just my honest truth. My ultimate goal with her is just to be happy and live a happy life and build a family. Aww. And it's true, just being happy. That's
be able to just grow old with Christian and have kids and like be able to be a grandma and like see my grandchildren grow up. That's honestly like, because we're gonna die together. Like, there's no such thing as you going first or me. Like, we have to be buried together, because I won't be able to do it. So that's an agreement we also have. So I feel like growing old till like we're 100 years old and we have kids and, you know, we've raised, you know, a good family and stuff like that. I feel like that's the ultimate goal. Do we have goal? I don't know why I said that. Goal. Do we have separate goals
of
as
course,
individuals?
we have personal goals,
Yes, it's so like not everything has to be about you and your partner. Like I have goals that I want to achieve. He has his goals that he wants to achieve. But like together we help each other achieve it. Like you know, we support each other. We're there for each other. We motivate each other, and then we have like our ultimate goal together. But it's basically just to be happy in life. Alrighty, guys, and that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video with my special guest. I had a really fun time answering all your questions, even though the majority of your questions were, when am I going to be pregnant and have a child? But I had a really good time, and I was so happy that you were talkative. I'm so happy you guys are so interested in our marriage and how we deal with certain things and stuff, even though we've only been married for 6 months. But we're so happy you guys are so invested in us. We love you guys so much, and we always thank you for all the support you give us. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know what video you guys want to see next. If you want to eventually see my lighting setup, since you guys wanted this video first, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Peace.
You've been the person to do my whole setup. I'm never going to do my setup again.
Well,
you're just going to build
that.
it for me all the time. No. It's just it's too heavy and I'm too small.
Becky.
Babe, she's sleeping.
I don't care.
I love mommy more. I don't like Bobby.
Come on, Andy.
That's not fair because you know she loves you more than me. Look at all the hair.